OMG, guys, rapid test result is here. Hindi ko alam, kinakabahan ako. Oh, kinakabahan ako. My gosh. Hello everyone, what's up? It's me, Micah. Good morning. Today is August 19 and I woke up at 7:30. Who is she? Anyways, I just really want to take you guys through my day. So our first agenda would be something totally unexpected. I'm gonna get a rapid test. Actually, dapat talaga swab test. But then the company that's asking me to do the swab test told me really late na dito kasi sa province 5 days pa bago mo makuha yung result ng swab test. Unlike kapag kunyari sa mga ibang companies, you can get it in a matter of a few minutes kapag may mga doctors na nagpupunta sa mismong building, or meron din namang mga hospitals na nag-o-offer ng swab test tapos then you get the results within like 48 hours or somewhere between that same timeline. Anyway, of course, kinakabahan pa rin ako. But now, I think it's time to know whether I'm positive or negative. But I know I'm negative. Anyway, let's just go. Hi, Mom! Are you excited to see my hand get pricked?
Micah, alam mo yung may friend ako yung teacher, lagi mong kausap. Buntis kasi yun, manganganak na siya.
Okay.
Tapos, she needed to do the test kasi
swab.
Required siya.
Swab na dapat?
Swab sila, oo. Required sa mga buntis na 36 weeks pataas yata.
Nag-positive! Oh my gosh!
Yes! Positive siya. So, ang ginawa...
Ilan sila sa ano?
Naku, may baby pa siya 3 years old. May asawa siya, 3 years old na anak. Tsaka siya.
Pero okay sila?
So, nanganganak na siya. Kachat ko siya kagabi. Naaawa ako kasi, well, hindi siya pwedeng may bantay. So, cesarean siya. Yung baby niya, nasa kanya. Siya nag-aalaga. Walang nag-aasikaso sa kanya.
Opo.
Ay, kahit po. May ballpen ka na, miss!
Mama, no. Ako na ako papahawak mo sa kanya. Eto, madam.
Madam, may boyfriend.
May
Ballpen kami.
May boyfriend daw kami.
Asawa ka.
Cheech, you have to look. Prada is looking. Stop booping her. Hi, zombie dog. My little zombie dog. Zombie dog. Zombie dog. Guys, it's already... Ano oras natin? Almost 4. Di pa ako nagla-lunch. Anyway, ano yung sinasabi mo? I didn't do that. Die because of you? Are you dead? So what is that?
It's a mycans.
Dude, it's dying.
It's a philodendron. Dude, it's not dying.
I mean,
look at so much growth. Look, oh, new leaves popping out.
Pero bago tayo kumain, yan, disinfect mo na yan. Ano ba to? Ano kaya to? Feeling ko ito yung mga underwear na pinagbibili ko sa Shopee. I'm pretty sure these are my golden clamps. Yay! We got my golden clamps. Para kahit lumabas ka tapos naka-clamp ka, hindi sobrang losyang tignan. And then, underwear, Shopee haul coming soon. Guys, pakita ko sa inyo. Kita nyo ba? I cannot see. That's what it looks like on my hair. So cute! Look at this little obsession area.
Don't call it an obsession.
It's an obsession area. As in, alam mo ba, nagalit pa sa akin si ate kasi gusto niya kunin yung extension ko.
Not an obsession.
Para lang daw, mas mabilis mag-grow yung plants nila. Oh no, I killed it. Dude, it's so dead. I am done eating. And also, guys, please don't mind my breakouts. Actually, mind them. It's okay. Hindi ko alam kung bakit, kung kailan parati ako nasa bahay, less pollution, naka-concentrate ako on my skincare, the more na dumadami yung pimples ko. I think it really has to do with my sleeping habits because my sleeping habits have been so bad. Right now, gusto ko lang i-share sa inyo kasi nagtanong ako ng question over in my Instagram story. Kung naging victim na ba kayo ng toxic Filipino culture, alam nyo kung ano yung mga yan. And so many people responded to me. As in, ang daming response. I was surprised. And actually, I have restoried them para makita ng mga tao na this is something that we have to completely eradicate or change kapag tayo na yung mga nag-aanak, yung generation na natin. So anyway, let's get right into that. I kind of want to discuss it because I found it really, really interesting. So I will keep the responders confidentiality kasi mga personal experiences nga nila to. One mentioned not having a known last name. I guess it's a toxic Filipino culture na if you don't have a known last name, then you won't really be recognized. You won't be given special treatment, I guess. And that is super timely. We all know what happened with Michael Pacquiao, Jason Dacal recently, and we also have our own reservations about that specific topic. Personally, I get it. I think everybody should be given the same privilege, that we shouldn't be treating people according to their social status or what their last name is. I believe that to be true 100%. But at the same time, I don't believe in another person here mentioned a really good point about toxic Filipino mentality. Crab mentality. People actively being unsupportive because of insecurity or judgment. Yes, we should recognize people for their talents, for their skills, for having a good heart, for being generous, whether they're known or not. Totoo naman na dapat pantay-pantay talaga yung tingin natin sa mga tao. But at the same time, what I didn't like about how Jason Dacal tackled that situation, or that issue rather, is he pretty much brought Michael Pacquiao down just to make a point. We're never gonna be elevated by bringing other people down. Michael Pacquiao is starting out in the industry. It's not his fault that he's apparently a relative, a direct relative of the Manny Pacquiao. It's not like he got to choose which family he will belong to, which family he's gonna be born into. That wasn't his choice. So I guess I just want to reiterate that it is not an effective way to bring down other people just to get your message across. Another toxic Filipino culture which was not sent to me but it was tweeted by @SidandIAMovie. Sabi niya, toxic Filipino family culture is when you don't have a chance to speak about your feelings. Dito sa Pilipinas, pag naglabas ka ng sama ng loob, bastos ka. Pag bata ka at kausap mo matanda, ikaw laging mali. Dito sa Pilipinas, wala kang kwenta pag wala ka pang napapatunayan. So I guess I wanna focus on the fact na pag dito nga sa Pilipinas, totoo yun, pag bata ka, mali ka, immediately you can't correct someone who's older than you, which I think we have to change. I'm gonna dive deeper into that later on, but I just want to share something. Naalala ko dati when I was like 12 years old, tapos nun sobrang haba ng pila sa mall dun sa CR, and ihing-ihi na talaga ako. And it just so happens na nauna ko sa pila kesa sa isang old lady. The entire time, guys, nagpaparinig siya sa amin ng sister ko na may mga bata ngayon, mga bastos na talaga mga bata ngayon na hindi na pinapauna yung mga matatanda. And I understand that of course we have to cater to our elderlies, we have to give respect to them. Definitely, that's not something that I want to change, but at the same time, I do believe that you shouldn't take advantage of your privileges. We all know that in our culture, dapat talaga pinapauna yung mga PWD, pinapauna yung mga elderly, pinapauna yung mga pregnant women, but we were following the rules. It's not like nakapila kami sa PWD. We weren't. And sobrang embarrassing at that time kasi sobrang daming taong nakakarinig ng mga sinasabi niya. And me being the little 12-year-old that I was very quiet when it comes to things like that. I just decided to exit the line, which I believe was not the right thing for me to do. Another one that I got na sobrang daming nag-second emotion, being called maarte just because I speak English. Speaking in English immediately makes people think you're rich or social, or shamed for speaking the English language fluently and having an accent. And this is so true. I can't count the times that I've been judged, not verbally, but through body language and eye contact just because of the way that I speak. I sometimes feel like I honestly have to kind of tone down the way that I speak in English just because I don't want to be judged by other people. Ako naman naturally, lumaki ako na Tagalog talaga yung first language ko, but throughout my formative years, yung mga friends na nakaka-hangout ko, English talaga sila magsalita. So I was really eager to learn English. Just so happens na ito na yung nakasanayan kong language. Actually, more on Taglish naman talaga rather like pure English or Tagalog. But I believe that it is not right to shame people whatever language is that they speak. It is also not right to shame people just because of their accent. I know that a lot of people do that. If ang isang Pinoy hindi kaya magsalita ng English, hindi naman nila kasalanan yon, at hindi talaga kasalanan yon dahil ang mother tongue naman talaga natin is Tagalog or Filipino. And kung English speaking ka naman, dahil yun yung kinasanayan mo or kinalakihan mo, hindi ka rin dapat i-judge for that. Guys, this is merely language, just the use of language. Are we really gonna base our judgments on the language that they speak? Don't you think that's a little bit too shallow? To wrap this up, nakikita naman talaga natin na ang dami talagang toxic Filipino cultures that need to be changed. However, I want you guys to see this as a good thing. It's a good thing that in our generation today, mga millennials or Gen Z, mabilis na nating nako-call out yung mga pagkakamali ng generations before us. And that in itself is a blessing. The fact na nakikita natin kung ano yung mali at kung ano yung dapat itama means that there is improvement that is happening. But how can we really tackle this situation if we're faced with toxic Filipinos? Number one, never respond out of anger and never respond out of your emotions. If you need to, take a step back and make sure that you assess your thoughts first before getting those words out. Arguments can never be resolved soundly if at least one party is not willing to humble themselves. Be that party. As difficult as it may be, we have to tackle toxic Filipinos with humility. Correct them with grace, correct them with respect. Hindi natin maayos ang isang problema sa pamamagitan ng galit. Number two, we are the next generation. And soon enough, yung generation natin, or kung mas bata ka pa sa akin, magkakaroon din naman kayo ng mga anak, magkakaroon din kayo ng asawa. And the good thing about seeing the problem now is that you can teach your children what to practice and what not to practice based on what our culture tells them. And of course, opening the eyes of our future children if ever they see conflicts arise because of those toxic Filipino cultures. And lastly, which is also in relation to my first point, is that there is always a more respectful and gentle way of tackling a problem. Let's make sure that we're not getting our point across just because we want to be right. Let's correct with the intention of really wanting to see change in our society. And again, I want to magnify the point that as cliche as it is, ang pagbabago ay magsisimula talaga sa'yo. And once you start that change within you, it will spark a change in other people around you. OMG, guys, rapid test result is here. Hindi ko alam, kinakabahan ako. Kinakabahan ako, my gosh. Negative, guys. Negative po! Thank you, Lord. Negative. Thank you, God. Thank you. Mama, ano? Ako na lang?
Ha?
Dali.
Ha? Dali lang, Matt. Mahirap umakyat isa-isa.
Ako na lang?
Ay!
So, it is day 2, and obviously it's already nighttime, and I just got out of the shower super fresh. Di pa nga ako nagsusuklay or whatever. Tumutulo pa nga yung buhok ko. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. To be honest, I always cut out like parts of the vlog where I'm just talking to you or like saying really personal things because I feel like, do you guys even care? I don't know. I have this like really bad habit of self-deprecation, and I really want to change that. And maybe I'll save that for another vlog if you guys will be interested.